Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I've got an amazing trip for you here today. We are in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. I've got a half a dozen waterfalls. I have historical train stations. I've got historical towns, a cave, big waterfalls coming up. So stick around, guys. This is going to be an amazing trip. So you guys are about to see Brandywine Falls, which is probably the most impressive waterfall we're going to see on this trip. I got here at 3:30 and I have 12 miles to cover to get to the campsite. So we got to kind of scoot today, and we got to kind of scoot tomorrow too. So, but I promise if you stay tuned, we're going to see some really beautiful stuff. Yeah, it's about 80 degrees today, fairly high humidity, probably 80-something%. But for Ohio, in the last week of July, I'll take it. That's why I'm out here. So CVNP is a vibe. Some of the best hiking in Ohio is actually out here. CVNP is not really set up to backpack. There's 125 miles of trails and literally only 3 campsites you can stay at. There also is a reservation process for those 3 campsites. You have to get online, you have to pay a permit, and there's only one place in the 125 miles of trails out here, one place that you're allowed to park. I created my own route. I got dropped off 12 miles from camp, and I'm going to get picked up 26 miles from where I started. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of wing it and make it my own backpacking adventure, huh? So that was the Stanford House and Farm, which is just like a historical, farmhouse over here in the state of Ohio. But there used to be backpacking campsites there that you could stay at, and they got rid of those in 2019 for not really any good reason. And they said that they would have new options for backpackers up shortly. That was in 2019, so it's been 3 years, and there's still only the 3 campsites in all of CVNP, so we're gonna make the best of it. So we are on the towpath trail now, which I normally try to avoid like the plague because of how busy it is, and I like to feel a little more private and in tune with nature, but got to use it to get from point A to point B a couple times this trip. So we're going to be approaching Boston Mills Historical Train Station here, and then 2 waterfalls after that, so stay tuned. So this is one of the cool things about the towpath trail, though, is it has all these old historical locks on it. So this is lock 32 on the canal. Kind of overgrown, not a ton to see now, but a cool piece of architecture and history. All right, well, we're doing our only decent climb of the day. Like I said, not too much elevation out here. Showed you guys the train tracks, and as you can hear in the video, we've been very close to roads and trailheads the entire time. That was Interstate 271 down by the train tracks, so don't worry though, at some point we'll get away from civilization a little bit. You never really feel like you're out in the wilderness at CVNP, but the hiking is beautiful enough to justify it. If you live in Ohio, you owe it to yourself to try to backpack these trails. Got a little bit of a funny story for some of you that have been following the channel for a little while. So obviously you guys know, usually I'm backpacking with Sarah. The last time I was on this trail was before we were dating, and it was like January, and there was packed down snow that had turned into ice, and we're walking up and down these hills like no ice cleats, no snowshoes, nothing. I had like the worst boots in the world on. I'm like, don't fall down in front of this chick, like she's super hot. So yeah, memory lane. That's what we'll call this stretch of the trail right here. Memory lane. All right, we have one of those white chocolate macadamia nut Aldi's Cliff Bars, whatever they're called. I think it's like Elevate or Elevation or something like that. Dude, I'm telling you, they're better than Cliff Bars. And then we got some all natural beef jerky. Beef jerky's kind of tears me up anymore. Like, stomach doesn't like the preservatives and stuff like that. So I'm trying out some of this stuff with less ingredients and see how I feel. So here's the thing, it says this is the end of the trail, but we're gonna go down, get a better look, better view of the falls, and there's actually a secret waterfall if you keep going across the creek a couple of times, called Buttermilk Falls. So I'm gonna shut this off so I can climb down here, get a better shot of the falls, and then we'll go see Buttermilk Falls. All right, we are on the trail to the Forbidden Falls. Woo. We were just at Blue Hen, and we are now heading to Buttermilk, which, like I said, it's kind of like the hidden one, right? Don't want to fall down here. But yeah, we're gonna hit that up, and then we have to backtrack about a half a mile to get back on the route, but so far so good. Yo, how cool is that? X marks the spot to the falls, I guess, huh? Huh. Have no idea what these used to be, but we're gonna keep going down. I can hear water, so we are approaching the falls. Yeah, I've never been down here before in this part of CVNP. And I'll tell you what, they say, you know, there's no camping in CVNP, but I've been seeing a lot of very flat, very used spots down here, so I think I found out where all of the not camping occurs, and maybe something to keep in mind for the future. Oh man, so say goodbye to Buttermilk Falls. Man, I'll tell you what, not like the highest flow or the tallest or anything else, but man, that thing's cool, isn't it? Never seen that before. That is, I really like that thing. It's got a very unique look to it. Yeah, if anybody has any ideas on what this stuff is, there's a couple more pieces down here, and then over there on the other side where we came from. Let me know if you think you know what that is. Yeah, I didn't even notice all these. There's another big hunk of it. There's another chunk. And then there's a big piece over here. Looks like it's got, is this like some sort of pipe coming out of it? Super cool area down here. I like this. But yeah, guys, if you have any idea what that is, put a comment down below. You guys hear that? Neither do I. For about the last 20 minutes or so, I just plugged in my phone, had it charging, and haven't seen a person, you know, finally. As soon as you get off of one of the trails that leads to an attraction here, you'll kind of have the place to yourself. I mean, it's like peak hiking weather, peak hiking season, and I literally haven't seen anybody in like a mile and a half, so I'm just going to chill for a little bit and just enjoy walking in peace and quiet. Beautiful day for it. Time for another snack. Pop-Tart this time. I don't know what flavor it is. I think it's s'mores. Another bag of jerky, and I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. Got some trail mix and some dried mangoes, so I just had these up front in the snack pouch. I was trying not to stop, but I've been moving for 3 hours straight. Right now, the only time I stopped was to take shots of things and then fill up my water. But other than that, we've been moving 3 straight hours. Starting to get a little tired. Probably within the next like 30 to 45 minutes, I'll probably drop my pack for 10 minutes and get those other snacks out and get some more food in. 3 hours and 5 minutes on trail. First time I've sat down. 7.7 miles in. May not sound like a lot to some of you guys that are, you know, fast movers, but when you're recording for YouTube and you know, you're a 230-pound guy, it's a pretty good time. Mix up some liquid IV in there, get me some electrolytes, and I'm moving my organic dried mangoes up front where I can easily get to them, so I can kind of just intermittently, you know, snack on those as I go to get some more sugar in me. So I'm not like dying Yeah, I'm not like dying. I don't feel horrible. But you know, 3 hours of hiking is starting to catch up to me a little bit. So take a little bit of a break. We should still make it into camp by dark and everything. So, you know, I'm not in like panic mode or anything. But yeah, we're gonna take a chill pill for a minute. Well, out in the power line cut, it's a little bit after 7. Maybe got about 3 miles left or something like that. Should be going into Jade Historical District here pretty soon, and then after that, it's in the camp, so stick with me. There's some berries. Did a trip with Sarah to Twin Valley. I think it's about 3 weeks ago now, if you guys, maybe you'd seen it. But there's all kinds of ripe berries down there, and this whole time out here, all the berries I've seen aren't ripe. These are the closest thing I got to it, so we'll just we're just gonna go ahead and do it, huh? Man, woodpeckers must have wanted that utility pole, huh? Oh, still on the Buckeye Trail. So I do have to apologize. I passed up the Jade Historical District because you know, I'm just trying to kind of get done, and I don't know, like, I was here before in the fall and I could like see it from the road, or see it from like the trail, do you know what I mean? And no, I just realized I walked right past it. It's probably gonna be 20 minutes to like turn back around and go back to it. So we're just gonna pass on that for the day. Not enough time to like turn around and go back. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not too far away. We just hit the 11-mile mark and it is 8 o'clock right on the dot. So closing in on the camp. Not sure exactly how far it is. It's right around 12 and a half miles. So we'll get into camp. I'll get everything set up. I'm probably not going to record like a ton of stuff there because there's 3 campsites and the other 2 are already registered. So I don't want to be like, you know, loud and rude and disrespectful to anybody else. So we'll see what kind of footage I get tonight, but it's probably not going to be a ton. Also, one note about CVNP and the metro parks: you are not allowed to have a campfire. So no fire tonight, unfortunately. So this is why you can never trust AllTrails. Yeah, I figured I was within about, you know, a mile, or at the most, like, I don't know, 1.5 miles to the campsites, but apparently it's about 2.5. So, all right, we're gonna book it. I'm gonna be getting in right at dark, basically. But hey, That's what happens when you create your own adventures, I suppose. But you know, I wouldn't trade experiences like this for anything. So good news is I should sleep pretty well tonight, because I think we're going to end up being at like 13.5 miles today is what we're going to end up with. Oh man, left my bandana in my food bag, so I'm not going to pre-filter any of this stuff, which is probably a mistake for my Grail filter, but it's 8:30 and we still have like almost 2 miles left to go into camp. So I'm then not walking, you know, another 1/4 mile past the camp to fill up water at that parking lot. So I'm just going to fill it up now. This is going to be the last water source we cross. So we'll just fill up 2 liters of water right now and get back to it. It's funny, you know, people ask me like what I do for, you know, fitness and conditioning for, you know, backpacking and stuff like that, and the answer is I don't. I like to lift weights, heavy weights. Powerlifting is kind of my thing, squat, bench, deadlift, and you know, everybody's like, oh, you know, you weigh 230, you're a fairly big guy, must really help carrying that pack around. And I'm sure it does, but it also means I'm very resource intensive. I need more water, I need more calories, more blood, more oxygen. So it does take its toll. I think that was, I have drank 4 liters in about 4.5 hours, and I feel dehydrated, and I've got 2 more liters on me. So if I drink all of that tonight, I might wake up hydrated, maybe. 6 liters of water. Why don't you run? I'm literally 25 feet away from this deer. Go. Hey. I have never in my life seen anything like this. Well, it is 9 o'clock. Sunset was 20 minutes ago, but we're finally about a 1/4 mile from camp, so I'll be able to finish up here without a headlamp. But as soon as I get in, I'm gonna have to throw on the headlamp, put up the hammock, and then go eat, hang my food, and hopefully just be crashed within like an hour. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for episode 1. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're, if you like this episode, because I will be releasing part 2 next week. And, feel free to leave me some comments, give me a thumbs up, let me know how I'm doing, and, let me know what you guys want to see in the future. So, again, to all my returning viewers, all my new subs, thank you very much. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you, so thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Here's a preview of the footage from day 2, so if you guys want to go ahead and see it, that will be releasing next week, so go ahead and subscribe. And this is super cool. You get to walk under this thing. This is awesome.